friends, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are going to discuss what are the various channel assignment strategies. So in this video we are going to discuss the two major strategies which are used in cellular and wireless communication systems, and these are: first is fixed channel assignment strategy, and the second one is dynamic channel assignment strategy. So these two strategies are the approaches which are used in cellular and wireless communication system to manage the allocation of the radio frequencies to the cells in all the clusters. Okay, so now let's discuss both of them one by one. First, let's discuss the fixed channel assignment strategy. What is fixed channel assignment strategy? So fixed channel assignment strategy is a network design and management strategy. This is used in our cellular and wireless communication systems. In fixed channel assignment strategy, each of the cell in cluster is assigned a specific and non-changing set of radio frequency. So let's say this channel is assigned a radio frequency from 5 megahertz to 15 megahertz. Then this range is fixed to this cell and it cannot change. So these frequencies cannot be given to another cell in the let's say the adjacent cells. These frequencies or the channels cannot be given to any other cell which is in the same cluster. So all of them are having a fixed set of and a non-changing set of radio frequency channels for communication purpose. So these channel assignment are typically done during the network planning and designing phase. So these cannot be changed until and unless it is changed by the person who is operating it. Now let's have a look at what are the characteristics of this fixed channel assignment. So the first characteristic is, so here the primary characteristics of this fixed channel assignment is that it allocates a specific set of channels to each of the cells, and these channel assignment remain constant, and these are constant unless and until these are manually changed. This is one characteristic. The next one is simplicity. Why? Because in this fixed channel assignment it is relatively simple to implement and manage, because the network operators do not need to make frequent changes in channel assignments, right? These are fixed. There is no need to change the assignment of the channels in the cells. So these are fixed. And the third characteristic is static environment. Why static environment? See, this fixed channel assignment is suitable for network environments with relatively stable and predictable traffic patterns. What is meant by stable and predictable traffic patterns? It is assumed that the number of people living in one cell will not decrease or increase. So that is called stable traffic. That means they assumed that these cells are going to have a static and predictable traffic. So that's why they implemented this fixed channel assignment strategy, and this is often the case in older cellular technologies and certain wireless systems. So these are the characteristics. Now let's see what are the advantages of this fixed channel assignment strategy. So as I said, there is no need to change the channel assignment frequently. So the first advantage may be low signaling overhead. That means these have low signaling overhead because the channel remains constant. There is no need to perform frequent channel assignment, and we can reduce the network management complexity, right? Now the next advantage is predictable environment. So because the channel assignments are fixed, the network operates in predictable and stable environment. This simplicity can be an advantage in certain scenarios such as voice-centric networks. Okay, now let's see what is the third advantage, that is reliability. So in fixed channel assignment, the channels are fixed, right? So which can contribute to a reliable and consistent channel allocation, especially for voice services. Okay, now these are the advantages. Now let's discuss what are the disadvantages. So the first disadvantage is that it is inflexible. Whatever inflexibility, let's say. So one of the major disadvantage of this fixed channel assignment is that its lack of adaptability to changing network conditions. For example, let's say the traffic in this cell increases in future, then what about that? How will they handle it? They need to handle it, right? So this channel assignment strategy will not fit in such cases. So this is not inflexible. Now the second disadvantage is suboptimal channel utilization. What is this? So let's say this cell 1 is having more number of users in this, and this cell is having less number of users in this cell. Now the channel assignment is same to each cell in a cluster, right? So as this channel is having 5 to 15 megahertz frequency range, so in the same manner this channel will also have some range to it in the same manner as this cell is having. So as this cell is having more number of users and this is having less number of users, here the channels are getting wasted, it is not getting used. And as here the number of users are more, the channels are not getting used effectively, you can say it, right? Because if there is fixed number of channels and if the traffic increases in this area, then the increased traffic, that means extra people in this area, will not get the facility to communicate, right? So that is one disadvantage. Now let's see what is the third disadvantage. This is limited for data services. So as we said over here that it is good for voice centric and voice centric networks and reliable for voice services. So the disadvantage is that it is limited for data services. Why limited? Because this FCA, that means fixed channel assignment, is less suitable for data centric services that requires dynamic allocation of resources based on the user demand. So as here we are giving fixed channel assignment, in case of data services, that is not the case. We need to give the channel on demand only, so that thing is not possible in fixed channel assignment. Now let's see what are the use cases of this fixed channel assignment. Use cases. So this fixed channel assignment is commonly associated with older cellular technologies such as 2G, and these technologies have relatively predictable voice centric traffic, and they have used this fixed channel assignment strategy as a straightforward and reliable channel assignment strategy. Now let's summarize it. So fixed channel assignment strategy is a channel allocation strategy in cellular and wireless networks where cell is assigned with a fixed set of radio frequency channels. While this FCA offers simplicity and reliability, and it is less adaptive to the changing network conditions and may not be best choice for networks with data traffic patterns, and these are more effectively managed by dynamic channel assignment strategies. The data services are more effectively managed by dynamic channel assignment strategies. Now let's discuss this dynamic channel assignment strategy. So what is this dynamic channel assignment strategy? So this dynamic channel assignment strategy is used in the same cellular and wireless network to allocate these radio frequency channels to the cells based on the current state of the network. The channel assignments are not fixed, and it can change dynamically to optimize the resource allocation. So as you understood that these cells are not having fixed number of channel assignment, right, and according to demand only they will get the channel. So that is the thing in dynamic channel assignment. Now let's see what are the characteristics of this dynamic channel assignment strategy. So the first characteristic is adaptive allocation. The primary characteristic of this dynamic channel assignment strategy is adaptability. It dynamically allocates and deallocates also the channels based on real-time network conditions such as traffic loads and interference levels. Traffic load means the number of people using the services in this cell, and the number of people using services in this cell. Similarly, all other cells in the cluster. According to the traffic load, the channel assignment is managed, and also taken care that interference should not occur. It may be adjacent channel interference or co-channel interference. Now the next characteristic is efficiency. So this is designed to maximize the efficient utilization of the available frequency band, and it allocates the channel to the cells that require them the most at the given time. Now you understood it, why it is efficient. Now one of the characteristic is that it is complex. So implementing this dynamic channel assignment strategy can be more complex than fixed channel assignment strategy due to the need of the algorithm and real-time monitoring systems. So that's why it is more complex than fixed channel assignment strategies. Now let's discuss what are the advantages of dynamic channel assignment strategy. So first is effective spectrum utilization. Effective spectrum utilization. So here, as you saw, that suboptimal channel utilization is there in this case, and here we have effective spectrum utilization. Why is that? So in dynamic channel assignment strategy, it maximizes the utilization of available spectrum by allocating the channels to the cells based on only demand. If there is a demand, only then the channel will get allocated to the user in the cell. This results in more efficient use of the resources. That's why it is the advantage that it uses the spectrum effectively. The next one is adaptiveness or adaptability, you can say. So this dynamic channel assignment can adapt to changing network conditions such as variations in traffic loads or interference, providing better performance in dynamic environment. So as I said, it takes care of the traffic load, and also it takes care of the adjacent channel interference and also co-channel interference. And if you don't know what is channel interferences, then please watch the previous video of this playlist, and I will link that video in the description box so you can go and check it out. Now the third advantage is optimized resource allocation. So this can optimize the resource allocation by dynamically reallocating the channels from less busy cells. So let's say this cell is having less number of people, so this is less busy, and if this has more number of people using the network, then this is more busy. So it reallocates the channel from the less busy cell to the more busy cell with higher demand. So that is optimized resource allocation. I hope you understood this. And now let's discuss what are the disadvantages. Now talking about the disadvantages, first disadvantage is that it is complex. So to implement this dynamic channel assignment, it can be more complex, and it requires advanced algorithms, and also it requires real-time monitoring systems. So whenever a user is using the network, we have to monitor 24/7, right? Because if you monitor 24/7, then only you will know which user wants the network to use. Such as, let's say in this cell there are 1000 people, and only 50 of them are using, currently they are using the network, and now this 50 users are using at 10 a.m. Now the next minute at 10:01 a.m. maybe 55 people will require the channel to be used, or maybe it may decrease, it may come to 48, right? So that's why we need to allocate the channel if the traffic increases and deallocate the channel if the traffic decreases. So that is complexity. Now the next disadvantage is signaling overhead. As you see in the previous, that is fixed channel assignment, there was less signaling overhead, right? Because there was no maintenance in channeling assignment. But here we need to see everything, and we need to monitor it 24/7. So that's why it involves more signaling overhead, because it continuously monitors and it updates the channel assignment in response to the changing conditions. Now the third disadvantage is potential for interference. While this dynamic channel assignment optimizes the channel allocation, it must carefully manage the interference also to maintain the call quality, because interference may decrease the call quality, because let's say here in this cell a user is allocated to a frequency of, let's say, 100 megahertz. So, and if now another user is requesting for the channel for their communication, there should be allocation of the frequency that is adjacent, or there should be gap. So this person should get allocated to, let's say, 101 or 102 megahertz of frequency to ensure there is no interference. Also, there should be no co-channel interference also. So let's say this is a total one cluster, and here let's say there is another cluster. Let's say we have another cluster over here. So the channel allocated to this cell, this and this are co-channels, right? So the channel allocated to this person in this co-channel cell should also not be of 100 megahertz, because this and this channel may get exchanged and the information will also get exchanged, right? And we don't want this. That's why there should be consideration of this channel interference also. So this is all about the disadvantages. Now let's see what are the use cases. So this is commonly used in our modern cellular networks, including 3G, 4G and 5G as well, and also in wireless technologies like Wi-Fi. So these networks have dynamic and data-centric traffic patterns, making this dynamic channel assignment more suitable for efficiently managing the channel resources. That's why these technologies uses dynamic channel assignment strategies. So let's summarize it. In summary, the dynamic channel assignment strategy is a dynamic channel allocation strategy that adapts to a real-time network conditions to optimize the allocation of the radio frequencies, and it offers improved spectrum utilization. Also, it is adaptable in dynamic environments, making it suitable for our modern wireless communication systems. So that is all about dynamic channel assignment strategy, and I hope you liked it and you understood everything that I explained in this video. If you did, then please hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more such amazing explanations, and please hit that subscribe button because it's more important for me and I need your support. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching and best of luck for your exams.